Welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher.
So let's jump right into it.
We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Holy guacamole. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and thank you guys for joining me for another video here on the channel. Today, of course, we're just going to be unboxing some stuff, right? I picked up some stuff of some live sales that I want to show you. I put out a lot of recent videos with books that are undervalued, books that I think right now you should be holding off on buying because I think they got a little bit further to go on the downside. And of course, I put out some videos about some valuable errors. If you guys haven't checked those videos out, make sure you do. With that said, guys, we're going to get into some unboxings, but as always, I remind you, if you're not a current sub of the channel, do yourself a favor, hit that sub button for me. You will not regret it, I promise you that. I'm giving away awesome things once we get to 7,000 subs, and we are almost there. Also, smash the like button because it really helps the channel out. I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year, so let's push it as fast as we can. Of course, if you're not following me on Instagram and on Twitter, also click the links below. With that said, let's check out what I got. Alright, so before I go ahead and unbox the two packages that I got here, I want to show you, if you missed one of my live streams that I did recently, I picked up this awesome Lion-O mint on card. If you guys are a Thundercats fan, you guys know what this is. This thing is awesome, straight out of 1986, still sealed on the card. Make sure you check out one of my last live videos. You can see me unbox this thing if you guys are interested. With that said, though, I'm going to jump right into what I picked up. Now, both of these were picked up off of IG live sales, and there were two different sales from the same host, Newsstand Collector on IG. I'm sure you guys are following him, because if you're not, you guys are definitely missing out. So the first book I was able to pick up, actually, I got off of MJO. I think that's their outfit name. Newsstand Collector was hosting them for a live sale. I had never seen them before on a live sale. So a lot of the books, in my opinion, they were a little bit overpriced than I thought I would like to pick them up at. But this one, I think, was right on the money. And that's when I saw it. I pounced on it. I thought it was a good deal. So it's an undervalued key that you have seen in one of my latest videos. So keep that in the back of your head if you are looking for this book. I think now it's a decent time considering, but I will say this, every time I'm on a freaking live sale, somebody's asking for this book. So it's MJ of Comics. So that's their outfit. Check them out on Instagram. Very, very nicely packed on this thing, but we're going to go ahead and take a look inside and see how this book looks. But again, do yourself a favor, if you're new to my channel or you haven't watched a lot of my stuff, whenever I do an undervalued video of comics like that I think are, priced well or for good value for certain grades, make sure you're paying attention, because what I'm seeing is when I do these videos, I see people also pouncing on them on IG live sales, also on eBay. So, and I do a lot of work on GPA. You can go watch any of my videos. I'm always talking about GPA and last sale. I got to talking with someone else in the community about how dealers and people on IG are undercutting each other trying to sell books right now, which is actually really good for buying. Not really good for the prices of books, but if you're looking for certain books, now is the time, because everybody wants to be under that last sale according to GPA. And a lot of the dealers that I have been seeing, they're pricing their books either a little bit above GPA or just exactly at it, so people can make offers and be under that last sale. Not every dealer, trust me, there's still dealers out there who, are priced over. Maybe they paid up for certain books. I don't know, but let me show you my first pickup out of this haul. Got a lot of tape, I will say that. So I was able to pick up a copy of Batman number 227. You guys know what this is? This classic Neil Adams cover, and this one is a 5.5 off-white to white pages. Definitely a sweet copy. Let me show you the back. Looks beautiful. Definitely from first glance, guys, this book definitely presents better than a 5.5. There's a little bit of a color break right here where my finger is. You can see it right there. Maybe that's why I got the 5.5. Other than that, this book presents a little bit better than that. But I sold my copy a long time ago. Of course, when I funded my Batman 1, So I'm happy to add that back in the collection for now, and you never know, it may be for sale in an upcoming show that I'm going to be at. Who knows? My books kind of fluctuate right now. That I buy stuff when I see that they're undervalued, and then if I want to get rid of them at some point, I will, sell them when I go to a show, possibly on eBay, whoever. I don't know. It's just like whatever I feel like that's a really good price with that book. That's how I buy books. I'm not going out looking to buy like crazy books right now if I don't think that I can get a good deal on them, because I just don't think it's worth it. A lot of people out there, they still want to own books. They still want to go out and buy books, and sometimes they overspend. I'm at that point in my collecting journey where I'm not overspending for anything, in my opinion. So enough said on that. Let me get into my next unboxing. So I also picked this one up off of Newsstand Collectors live show, except this one is one of my favorite dealers, Dustin Lineback. He always has great deals, has a ton of great books, and he's always willing to work with people. So let's just open this bad boy up and I will show you what I picked up. So I actually picked up, I think, 3 or 4 books from him this time. Anything that I thought I can get a deal on a book that that I like or that I think is undervalued, like I said before, totally worth it. So I have been picking up stuff left and right that I think is a really good deal, and some of these are slabs, believe it or not. I'm collecting raw, so you know what's going to happen, right? They're going to get cracked. They're going to get put in a nice Mylar, because I am not keeping anything slabbed in my collection unless it's a monster key. So let me say this: if you guys are interested in any of these books before I crack them out, do me a favor, contact me. The description of the video, you guys have my email. If I can help someone out in the community, I will gladly do that by selling them a book, because a lot of these books are second or third copies that I still own right now. Mother of God, this is a packing job. This is just phenomenal. So that's a slab. That's a slab. That's a slab. And now we have the lone raw book here. So let me get all this crap out of the way and show you. We'll start with, I guess, the raw book since I have it in my hand, but I'm trying to remember what the raw book was. I think I know what it is, but I don't 100% remember. I know what 3 out of the 4 books are off the top of my head, but I'm trying to think what the last one is. That's right. All right, so I picked this book up for, I want to say $230 is what I offered him, and he accepted it. So again, another book that I have on my undervalued comic list. If you guys haven't watched that video, it is a copy of Fantastic Four number 50, this iconic Jack Kirby cover. And my favorite cover out of the trio of those books, 48, 49, and 50. This book kind of gets like that dog rap because of the brown cover, but I absolutely love it. Totally worth it, in my opinion. I picked it up for $230. I'm going to keep that in a collection for a little bit and then decide what to do with it. But when I see value, that's what I'm buying. If I can get a book that's undervalued for a good price and it's raw, or it's a book I think I want to crack out, I'll pounce on it. The books that are like in the thousands of dollar range right now, it's the things I would go after. I'd have to get a great deal on it to buy it. But some of these that I'm going to show you today and that I have shown you on my undervalued video, that's what I'm really going after. And there's plenty more that I haven't shown you from that video that I think are undervalued, so maybe we'll do a part 2 eventually. All right, so let me show you one of the slabs, and I got a hella good deal on this one. You guys know what it is. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. It is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 41, first appearance of the Rhino. Now this book is tough, don't get me wrong. It is a 3.0, and you can see that giant crease along the top side of this book. It's very, very noticeable. But again, for a low grade copy, you see I had it listed for $240, but I paid well under that. So if anybody's interested in a low grade copy of the Rhino, here we go. I will give you a good deal. I just have to be on top. But like I said, if I find a book that is undervalued or underpriced, or I get a good deal on it, I will gladly pounce on it. All right, what's next? I have 2 more slabs to show you guys, right? Let me crack them open. One of them is one of my favorite covers of all time. And the other one is also an awesome cover as well, an underappreciated cover. So let's go with this one first. Again, a book I think I got a great deal on as well. Guess what it is? It is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 41 and the first appearance of the Rhino. Now, I got a great deal on this book, so ignore the price sticker up at the top. Dustin really likes to work with people, sell books. As long as he comes out on top, he is willing to sell books. So that's what I like about him. This one has a little bit of a sub crease, but it's really hard to notice. You can see it a little bit there. But this book is graded at a 5.0, believe it or not. This one is going to be for sale at some point because I do have a copy already in I think a higher grade 5.0 or 6.0 signed by John Romita. So, but when I saw that book and it was for a good deal, I decided to pick it up. So I have one more book to show you, and this was the other cover I was talking about. One of my faves of all time. I actually own this book in a 4.5 already, but this book has come down so much. I did not include it in my value tier because I know this book is not everybody's cup of tea, but with the Fantastic Four coming to the MCU, this is a book I highly suggest if you are a fan of Jack Kirby, if you are a fan of the Fantastic Four, and if you're a fan of the Incredible Hulk. You want to own this book. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. So if you haven't guessed it yet, it is a copy of Fantastic Four number 12 and the awesome first meeting between the Fantastic Four and the Incredible Hulk. Now, just, looking at this book, it does not look like a 2.5. It looks a hell of a lot better than that. Presents well. However, we're going to go ahead and turn this book over. You can see there's a little bit of a, flattening. It's not really a miswrap, but like the spine is nice and tight, nice and aligned. So it is a 2.5 off-white to white pages. Now, forget what it says right there at the price. I paid about half of that for this book because it has really come down. And that's why I think he was able to let this book go. But if you watch my channel religiously for a long period of time, that's one of my favorite covers of all time. It even has a date stamp of December 12th, 1962 at the top of this thing. Look at that. Check out this date stamp. The date stamp says December 12th, 1962, but the published date of this book was March of 1963. That is just odd, right? Why would somebody do that? Maybe they screwed up and they put the wrong date on this thing. Regardless, that is just awesome. You never see that in a comic book where they have like a date that comes before the published date of the book. So if you're a member of the channel at the mighty level, you guys know 3 out of the 4 books that I told you I was looking for, I've already acquired. You know what they are, but I'm still looking for value. I think a lot of the books that I'm picking up right now and the ones that I've showed you guys on that video of undervalued keys, I'm looking to pick them up. So I'm not just talking and saying, hey, these are the books to get and then me not go after them. I'm looking for them because I know that at some point, these are the books that people are going to go to when they can't go out and get, a bigger key Batman book or, a bigger key Fantastic Four book, or in Spidey's instance, like that is an affordable, amazing Spider-Man key, ASM 41. And now I actually have 4 copies of it. So at some point, they're going to be for sale. So like I said before, if I could help anybody out there in the community, and if you want any of these books, do me a favor, email me, message me on Instagram, because I'm always willing to help you out as long as I end up on top, because that's why I buy them. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoy this unboxings. It was just a really laid back video I wanted to share with you guys. So again, make sure you're watching out for the rest of the videos this week. And of course, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys.